Fingertips, destined This is Pam Like a Ghost, and we're talking about the track, the Dark Ghost track, Feelings of Love Usually Hurt. We've got two different versions from when we wrote this back in 2017. All these songs were kind of a reaction to a big partnership blow up, breakup, and they're kind of an ode to the disruption and dissonance of that breakup of that partnership. And I've kind of equated it with the breakup of a romantic partner because that's the way I looked at it. And just the idea that, a lot of times in a relationship, somebody feels more than the other person, and then when they realize that the feelings aren't going to be reciprocated, it just falls apart. Sometimes you're not able to maintain a friendship with that person. You're just, not on the same page. You're misinterpreted. And this song kind of goes through, I think it's a common feeling. A lot of times you have a big crush on somebody, or you have a lot of feelings for that person, and they never reciprocate. Man, there's a lot of times in a marriage, one person puts more effort into it than the other. A lot of times it's the woman. And Josephine Electric, she's voicing this kind of female perspective that, she's feeling a lot more toward this person, and it's like, the candle burns or it burns out. And the feelings of love, it tends to be a love that's like a hearse. She's saying this love is like, it's like a hearse, it's cursed. It's like, it's dead on arrival, it's not working. And what we did is we used our Roland Juno grand piano patch, and we ran it through a digital delay to give it some ambiance, to kind of like atmospheric nature to the song. And then in the background, there's like some Mother 32, strange modulations, what we call it, or our experimental expansive sound. We ran the 32-step sequencer, and we ran it through the MX1 mixer. We're running the scatter on it, running the big brush on it, running the filter, kind of varying it as we recorded it into our Zoom R24. We haven't been playing with the Zoom R24 drum sampler or drum machine. We've been reading up on how to use it, and we're going to start playing with it with some recordings in the next couple of days. What we did for the drums on this was our traditional method, which we've talked about before, is we used the Roland JDXI drum part. Normally can only go 4 bars, and we run it through an Arturia BeatStep Pro with the mod that allows chain patterns. And what that does is, like I said before, is the chain patterns could be like 16 steps. You can put them into a song or a project, save it as a project, and you can, say you had a bass drum kicking for, 16 bars, and then you start to introduce the hi-hat and snare in part 2, but then you want to go back to 1, you can do like 1, 2, then go back to 1, and do part 4 that has a fill, and then go back to 1 and repeat it, I think up to 16 times. You can put these patterns together, and then what you can do is you can play with, the roller command and the basically the fills that the BeatStep Pro allows you to do, like live real-time fills on the drum machine. You can also do polymetric rhythms, which I haven't played with as much. There's an ability to do some polymetric stuff, and I haven't fully gotten a hold of how to do it. I tried it a couple times. So this song is basically using chain patterns, a digital delayed guitar, and then Josephine Electric coming through, I think on a JDXI vocoder, and at this time we didn't have our VT3 or VT4. And, it's a very melancholy based song. It's part of the Dark Ghost theme of like love being, something that you should run away from, not run toward if it's hurting your soul. And, we've talked about, this situation and that we had with this individual, that we feel that we were kind of led astray and not told the full truth, and it was very painful. And a lot of the Dark Ghost tracks are about this individual, You know, we've called them an untoward fuck and, indigo wretch. We've done everything we can to be kind of very kind of vile toward this person. We're not very happy with them. So we basically have put out our feelings in a creative way what we think of that person. And so that's what this song is. It's I guess you could say the young people call it a diss track, but it's really it's a singer-songwriter track. Kind of like when Carly Simon wrote like "You're So Vain." She was talking about her lover, and a lot of people like Taylor Swift. She talks about her failed relationships. I think a lot of great art. If you go to Dylan, "Idiot Wind," "Can't Go Up in Blue," an artist takes the pain in their life and they try to use it to create some art and take some universal themes. Like everybody's had a breakup, everybody's had somebody that they care more about than that person cared about them. So I think that's what I did with the song, and that's the feeling. Again, I think I was looking at what my next synth should be, and it keeps on coming between the Matriarch and the UDO Super 6. The one thing is like the UDO Super 6 doesn't exist yet, and so I'm getting ready to start a new job in my day job. I'm an IT professional. We started a brand new job, hoping that I'm probably just going to get a Matriarch just because I've always wanted a big Moog, like a mini Moog or a Voyager. I've always lusted after the Moog 1 or a Poly Moog or a Memory Moog to have a bigger key bed, like a 49 key Satar key bed. It's amazing to have 4 oscillators that go back to the series model 55. That's incredible. And then just the ability to have CPD mixer, and then the envelope, and all the different things that you can do, and the paraphoning. I think so. Until the UDO Super 6 is out, if I'm going to have like a primary controller for my modular gear, I love Prophets. One day I want to get a Prophet because the Prophet 5 is historic in its sound, and maybe the Prophet 6 is what people would want, or an OB6. I've kind of been gravitating toward the Prophet X just because I like to play piano. If anybody listens to the Ghost, I do use a lot of roller piano, and I think the sampled pianos for ADO are on the Prophet X and XL are incredible. Now I know there's some really good stuff on the FA08, and I know that you can get a Chronos, you can get some really good stuff. But it sounds like to me what I've heard from YouTube videos on the Prophet XL is like that is like my go-to piano synth. Now I know the RD 2000 Roland is a really good synth, and I played it. That's a really good thing. But being able to have that piano and then also have the Prophet oscillators and the Prophet workflow with all the LFOs they have, like 4 LFOs that you can modulate in the modulation matrix, like the virtual CV. That is pretty cool. And I've always wanted to get a Prophet. It's just not at this point. Prophet's not going to happen this year. Hopefully, going into 2020, I get a Prophet XL. That's something I want to put into my studio. But this year, most likely, the next acquisition is going to be the Moog Matriarch. And for live playing, we really wanted the Roland Accent. We know what the feeling is for some people about guitars, and we're kind of going back and forth. But we like, to be able to get the Ghost when we play live in front of people instead of being behind my keyboard stack. That's the idea. But as I've said in other episodes, I think some people find it more impressive to see me playing the guitar or guitar-based sounds off of the Roland Juno GI. Just because it's not something you expect to see a synthesizer sounding like that. But if you see a guitar, you can, guitars are known for people trying to do that. And then sometimes I think people look at it and they say, well, why don't you just play guitar? So I think even though I have a feeling that I want to have a guitar, part of the way I play the guitar to make it sound cool is the two-handed capability of being a keyboard player, playing bass and treble part. And then what you can do as when you're playing the guitar sounds, you can have the bass hand doing some really interesting like power chords or octaves, and then the treble hand playing like leads. And that allows you to do some things that on the guitar would probably be mostly lead playing, and it's hard to do the two-handed playing on the guitar. You end up looking like what some people call it like a T-Rex. You look like a Tyrannosaurus Rex with your hands all kind of hunched over with your hands in a curved point, and that's what some people find laughable about the guitar. So I understand that, and I think the solution has been me playing it just on my Juno. So that's just going into that. Again, housekeeping. If folks like what we're doing with this podcast, please look at being a supporter. You can pay 99 cents a month. It helps us do interviews. We're going to be talking to a band or an artist today called Shoefinger at 9 p.m. on our podcast. We talked to the Help Girls, um, the English sister duo that actually started their work in Cape Town, South Africa, have been on Universal, went indie, on a tour. They sound a lot like you know some of the old sounds from the 70s, like Wendy O. Williams, and you know the, the band, which escapes me now. I'm always having trouble with my memory. Um, Lita Ford and Joan Jett um, had been in the teen kind of riot girl band. Uh, and I always forget Cherry Bomb was their single, but I think people know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I think you got to check that episode out. Plus, we've had episodes where we talked to Kendra Black, Kendra Erica, a top 10 Billboard artist, and also Secrecies, and we talked to Jeff Davis, who had a role on the Netflix show The Punisher. We talked to DJ Lanata. We talked to actually the Roller Coasters, who are on tour and have a really awesome band, and they have a really awesome album, I believe. So we did a really good interview with them a couple weeks ago. So check out our podcast, and if you like what we're doing and you believe it's cool to interview indie artists and not charge them, please give us a thought to actually supporting us. Again, you can do it through Anchor. They have a way to do it, and we're planning on the people who opt in to do this. We will provide them with exclusive like demo tracks that we can send you through email or send you links to your Instagram or Facebook. So check it out, and we'll talk to you later.